Thank you, everybody, for being here on our continued update on another historic project that is going to be done here in 31 Elm Court Square. And we have a major announcement who is going to be the contractor moving this forward. But before I go any further, this continues my administration's efforts on public and private partnerships for economic development. Chief Development Officer Tim Sheen and I will have more exciting announcements to come pertaining to the State Street Corridor, which I know is music to Congressman Neal's ears, and also to South Main Street across from Mgm in the very, very near future. They are not here, but we'd like to give a special shout out and thanks to Mass Mutual, Roger Crandall and team. They've been here for Springfield 170 years, and they played an integral part in this project, as with our good friends, our dear friends, Governor Baker and Lieutenant Governor Polito with the state assets. We're going to have a number of speakers today on this project, and we're very happy that Congressman Neal is here. Again, once a mayor, always the heart of a mayor, Chairman Feliciano. Never forgets his district, and especially his beloved city of Springfield. And he was very instrumental in helping us get historic tax credits for this project. So at this point in time, I will bring up our congressman, our friend, Congressman Richie Neal.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thanks. First of all, for the mayor's vision on this and his stick-to-itiveness, you stayed with it. And one of the great ironies of sitting on the second floor of City Hall is that the highs and lows you have in the same day, and the setbacks you have, and always a reminder, as a former mayor said to me years ago, and I think it's highlighted by this initiative, don't get too excited when it's going well, and don't get too upset when it's going badly, because frequently they're reversed in the same day. This has a very significant past, and I think a very optimistic future. So, knowing of my interest in history, I've been reminding the mayor every time I see him just how beautiful our central business district is, our main street. If you stand at the arch by Union Station and you look south, you'd have to be mindful of the breathtaking beauty of the architecture of this main street. And if you stand at Union Street and you look north, you'll have the same emotion that would tug at you. And it's because of the tasteful manner in which historic tax credits have been used repeatedly across western and central Massachusetts, for sure. And here in Court Square, from which the city was founded based on the river, the New England landscape and architecture are merged. On the seal of our city is the meeting house, where in 1636, the founders assembled. And what did they do after determining that there would be self-government? They built a town and city hall across the street. The public library just a couple of blocks away, and a spectacular town square, the Greening. All across New England, this is evident. So when I look at the team that's been assembled here with the developers, as well as our union friends, it's, I think, a reminder of the determination throughout our history of using the tension of the old settler and the new immigrant that has made for such an exciting time for the city we all love so much. And I'm very pleased, Mr. Mayor, with the selection of the development team, and I'll tell you why. I've had a infatuation with classical high school, and reminding ourselves that that's where Ted Geisel went to high school, Dr. Seuss. That's where William Manchester, the noted biographer, went to high school. And that's where Tim Leary went to high school. Always a reminder. But when you look at what Fontaine Brothers did, Ray and Les Fontaine at the time, what they did with the restoration and the facade of that building, and the creativity that went into taking the slate from the blackboards and incorporating it into the floors of the building. And when you go through there today, particularly in that little room that you have downstairs where I attend functions frequently, well, you get it, what can be done. And 31 Elm Street, which at one time housed the best legal minds, I think, in Western Massachusetts, it's going to be welcoming again. And all of this has happened, I think, because of the mayor's determination to go forward with a challenging project. So we played an instrumental role in saving the historic tax credits and new markets tax credits and the low-income housing tax credit against long odds in 2017. They're there to be utilized, and I think that the allocations that the mayor has used here with his team are going to remind all of us when this building is done, it's going to grab all of our attention individually and collectively when you go by it because of the sheer beauty of the building itself. And again, just the last note, Main Street is called Main Street for a purpose, largely because of commercial activity, but not to miss the idea that it was where community met and community advanced. So I want to congratulate the mayor and again the developers and our union pals that are going to do the work here. This is a real plus for you, Mr. Mayor, and for the city. All the best. Yep.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks, Richie. And again, the historic tax credits are very, very important. And as the Congressman alluded to, the Fontaine brothers will be doing this project. And they have done a number of projects here in the city of Springfield, whether it's my beloved South End Community Center. They're going to be doing DeBerry Homer Street for me. Pope Francis they built, MGM, the garage, and go on and on and on. Well versed with our building trades and labor union leaders, and we'll work hand in hand on it, and we're very excited about that. Before I go any further, I also want to give a shout out to my city team, the SRA board chairman, Armando Feliciano, Chief Development Officer Tim Sheehan, SRA Director Chris Moskal, Amanda Farm. Let's give them a big round of applause. They're very instrumental in these efforts. I now like to bring up the dynamic duo, Peter Picknelly Jr. and Mike O'Brien Opal Wynn. And Peter, from the historic perspective, his father, Peter Sr., God rest his soul, wanted to develop this property for the good of the city many, many years ago, and it never came to fruition. I'm happy that we're now able to have this dream come to fruition. So with that, I would like to bring up Peter Picknelly Jr., who has been very philanthropic and always there to support the city of Springfield, and Mike O'Brien of Opal Wynn to say a few words. I know it's very, very special to Peter.
Thank you, Mayor. It's a great day for Springfield. We are another major step closer to having this building renovated. My family's been working on this project for almost 30 years. It's a bear of a project, and it took a whole team effort in order to get where we are today. This building will be accomplished. I have to thank the mayor for his hard work and dedication to get this building. So many meetings over so many years. His dedication and commitment was tremendous. Congressman Neal, without the tax credits, this would never happen. Without the governor and without the support of all our union folks here, this building would not happen, but it will. Soon, in about 2 years from now, there'll be 74 apartments here, first-class apartments, and there's going to be a fine dining restaurant here holding 175 people. There's no better view, there's no better location in Springfield than 31 Elm Street. It has to get completed, and I'm really proud to be part of this project, and I can't wait for 2 years from now when we're standing right here cutting the ribbon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It's been an absolute pleasure working side by side with you and your team. I come from municipal government out in the central part of the state, and it's a pleasure working side by side with good government. And that's why this project's moving forward. The mayor's stewardship, his team, working side by side with us, the developers. Opal Wind really has driven the project to this announcement, this milestone, and we're thrilled. So lots of work has gone on since we last met. We talked about the monies being assembled and the project moving forward. A lot of that has been dealing with the historic approvals, working with both the National Park Service as well as Mass Historic Commission in the midst of a pandemic too, which made things difficult, but obviously we overcame. And we've got those approvals in place now. We're still working through some final details. We had to go through some very thorough construction plans and produce those in order to have this project bid, and that was completed. And then we went out and got 4 highly experienced, highly motivated, all union general contractors to get market pricing for the building. We then had to go through detailed reviews of those prices, which we found to be very tight, so close as to each bid, and very aggressively competitively bid, which is great news for all of us. After some detailed review, we looked at all the various bids. We did interviews with all the general contractors and intensive reviews of their resumes and references. We made that selection. And I can tell you on behalf of the developers, Opal Wind, we are thrilled that it's the Fontaine brothers out of Springfield, Massachusetts. They will be our construction manager and union general contractor for the 1331 project. From our work, obviously our reference review, they came highly recommended by all we talked to. But when you meet with them personally, you recognize they're highly skilled, an incredible depth of knowledge and expertise in the world of historic adaptive reuse. And they use a bench of local workforce and their union subcontractors to take on this complex, very complex, historic adaptive reuse project. One of the most complex projects WIN has done. We've done over 40 of these throughout the country. So no small task or undertaking. Fontaine brothers are the real deal. They're a hands-on partner and a master builder, and we absolutely need them as we move this ball forward. We'll need their expertise, the reality of working hand in glove with our Opal Wind team and our architects to make sure that we can get this project to go time. With them now on board, and we're excited about that, we are in the mode that we have to get this project underway as soon as possible. The building condition really cannot stand another winter as is, and so time is not our friend. But we will say this, we've got the right team between Win Opal, the city, the state, the stewardship of our Congressman, as well as our union brethren, to get this project done once and for all, and that's exciting for us. And so without further ado, I'd like to ask David Fontaine Jr. to come forward and to say a few words.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, everyone here, for selecting us, for bringing us to the table, and for making us a part of this project's story. It's one for us where several generations of Fontaines have been a part of pricing this project over the years, and to be a part of seeing it come to fruition is something that's going to be a highlight for our firm and an iconic project for us. And it's really the story of commitment, of dedication, and of partnership. Ultimately, the commitment to get here, to stick with this project, from funding from state and local sources, support from all the government entities, and now partnership with us, with Opal, with WIN, with this great team that's been put together, and with the local unions that are going to be critical in building this project alongside us. We're very thrilled to be selected. We're proud of this. We've been in Springfield since 1933. We've been a part of shaping so much of this downtown with the Mass Mutual Center and MGM. My father, my great uncle with Marketplace Apartments. This is something that really is exceptionally special to us. We're proud to be a part of, and we look forward to the success of this project. Thank you.
Get a few more speakers, and speaking about doubling down, MGM's commitment to the city of Springfield is unquestioned. They've been a partner in this development, and it's going to be a nice sister, brother, next door neighbor to their $1 billion project. So put your hands together for the Chief Operations Officer and President of MGM Springfield, Chris Kelly.
Thank you. Good morning. And a special thanks, Mayor Sarno, Chairman Neal, the Pignelli family. Congratulations to Fontaine as well. Can definitely vouch for their work, the quality of their work and their partnership, and the many, many leaders that are behind me now. It's truly a privilege to be here today, and for Mgm Springfield to be a part of this extraordinary project. You know, I think it was Mark Twain, who lived for a period of time, actually not too far from here, that said that age is an issue of mind over matter. And if you don't mind, well then, it doesn't matter. In the case of 31 Elm, I think we can say that age does matter, but mostly as an opportunity to pay our respects to our rich history as we build momentum into an even more vibrant future. You know, one of my favorite things to do, and I've actually been doing it quite a bit lately, is to walk around the streets surrounding our beautiful property. And Chairman Neal referenced this in his comments. As you look up at these buildings, even those that may not have been occupied for a little while, you get a truly brilliant view into our storied past, a city built on innovation, grit, and inspiration, the city of progress that became the city of firsts. And when we stop to remember during moments like this, we understand that yesterday is never really gone. It is woven through memories into the fabric of those that came before us, of what we are, of who we are, and what we become across generations. 31 Elm has patiently waited for us to remember. And today, those memories have galvanized into action around a past whose tomorrow is being stitched back to life. This beautiful building is a wonderful symbol of our past, our present, and our future. And it is an honor for Mgm Springfield to be a part of this comeback story. Cheers to a renaissance in our great city that continues. Thank you to the many partners and leaders with me now that have made this moment possible. And cheers to a bright, bright future. Thank you.
What a resonating voice and speech there for Chris Kelly. Put your hands together. And put your money on the table there. Maybe you'll win, too. I want to thank our friend and colleague, Senator Adam Gomez, who is here. Adam, thank you very much for being here in support of the project. Also on continued city team, my Chief of Staff, Tommy Ash, who was very instrumental on this, being a facilitator of many, many meetings in my office and with the city team, and I appreciate that. You know, when you talk about partnership, we have the partnership working with our building trades. And I know on weekends with Mike Langoni, Danny Diama, the Tranghese brothers, Fiore Grissetti, Colton Andrews, we work very, very hard to make sure that our brothers and sisters in the building trades will be doing this project. They did an outstanding job at MGM, and they've done an outstanding job in many other projects across the city of Springfield. And Fontaine Brothers is well versed in dealing with our building trades and the partnerships that they have about bringing projects in on time and many a times under budget, which we deeply appreciate. With that, I'm going to bring up to speak on behalf of the Pioneer Valley Building Trades, and he's now the new president, Colton Andrews.
I'd first like to start off by thanking Mayor Sarno, Chairman Neal, and the developers, Opal Wynn, Mr. Pignelli. This is going to serve as a great opportunity for the hardworking men and women of Springfield and the Pioneer Valley to participate on a historic project that is going to put Springfield residents back to work. Mgm Springfield served as a beacon of hope for the Springfield residents to garner a career in the construction industry, and this project will continue that storied opportunity by continuing to employ local Springfield residents, females and minorities, and apprentices on this project. I'd like to thank the rest of our council with the Pioneer Valley Building Trades. This has been an instrumental. This, like everyone's talked about, it's been a long time coming. We're going to keep it nice, short, and sweet. If anybody else would like to say anything, more than welcome to step up. Thank you.
You know, the SRA board, I see the lovely Dot Lordy, a longtime member of my SRA board. Dot, thank you, and Armando and Fiore and Chris and everybody for your continued efforts there. Pete Garvey, thank you for also looking over this project too as we were moving it forward in my building department and the rest of the team that is here. I'm just going to close with two things. One, my Chief Development Officer, Tim Sheehan, where's Timmy? Is there Timmy for a few words? And then Senator Adam Gomez. Come on up, Tim. Come on up, Tim.
Thanks, Mayor. Just on behalf of the entire team, this project is truly an honor to be working on. And at the end of the day, it's a spectacular team that's been assembled, and we look forward to getting the construction started ASAP. Thank you.
Todd, I wanted you to come up here too for the SRA board. And now we're going to bring up Senator Adam Gomez for a few words, and then we'll take any questions or comments that you might have. We're looking at fourth quarter 2021 to really pick up the pace. A lot of interior work has been done on that. So without further ado, Senator Adam Gomez.
Thank you. Fairly easy just to say this is a long time coming. I remember my younger years when I was on the council, working with Tim Sheehan as the chairman of Echo Dev, working with Michael Fenton and some of the colleagues on the council, and with the developers and with MGM, just really trying to figure out how we're going to put this thing together. And honestly, we're here and talking about in the fourth quarter that this building is going to be done, and people are going to be actually living it, and we're going to see businesses here flourishing on Elm Street just like it never left. So for the most part, I just want to say congratulations to the partners, congratulations to our developer friends, and also Congressman Neal, Mayor Sarno, my colleagues on the City Council, and also the building trades. You guys are instrumental in making sure that we keep people employed, and this project is doing that. Economic development and the Renaissance is alive and well. We can't wait for this project to happen and to actually finish. So thank you for the opportunity to show my support.
Okay. So we're back to the future, and more action will be coming to downtown. I know Chris Russell, that's music to his ear, the Springfield Business Improvement District. And with that, if you have any questions or comments, and again, it's been a partnership, public-private partnership. And once again, I think Congressman Neal will allude to this, being a former mayor and his yeoman efforts on Union Station. It's another project that people said that would never get done. Union Station would never get done, it got done. 31 Elm Court Square, Picknelly family, Opal Wynn partnership, it's going to get done. And a number of other firsts, whether MGM or CRRC, that are going to continue to get done, whether it's billion-dollar economic development projects or continued quality of life improvements to our neighborhood. So I thank everybody for their stick-to-itiveness and the partnership. I don't know if you have any questions or comments. People are available here for separate interviews, but I really appreciate the media coming out so we can highlight this. And spectacular view you're going to have from this 31 Elm Court Square, and many people have already said they're looking to downsize, whether with their home or come back to the city of Springfield and live right downtown. That's what we're going to play on. Live, work, and play in downtown and build on that phenomena of empty nesters, baby boomers, and millennials that want to come back or stay in their home city and the hustling, bustling downtown area. So congratulations, everyone, and if there's any questions or comments, people are here for interviews. Thank you.